Hey guys, so I finally got my video editor worked out, so we're not going to be seeing any more flashings on the videos, and also I got Firefox to stop working or to start working again. So in the last tutorial, we talked about the controller and returning views from action results from these different methods that we have here. So basically, the controller is really concerned with taking user information or taking in something from the user and passing it off to the model, or taking something from the model and passing it to the user, or depending upon what the user inputs, it depends on maybe what sort of model it'll call, or what it's basically in charge of communicating between the views and the model, and also with the flow of the application. So passing information between the view and the controller is very important. There's a lot of different ways that you can do it. Actually, there's only a few. There's view data, view bag, and temp data. Um, and basically, view bag is probably going to be the easiest one to work with. It's what I use. There is some differences between view data and view bag and temp data, but for 99% of the time, view bag is probably just the easiest one to work with. And so view bag is just a property. So you can just call it right there. IntelliSense picks it up as the first one. So you can say viewbag.name. I misspelled name. Equals, I'm just going to use my name, equals Robert. And so this dynamically declares this information, this name Robert, and then we can pass this on to the about controller. And like I said, this is dynamic, so this we can go ahead and we can just create anything we want. We could also do something like viewbag.age equals 28. Okay, so now when we go to the about controller and go to view, we can just use razor and just call viewbag dot name. So we're just going to output into my name and put a break, and we'll just do viewbag dot age, just like that. Now when we run this, we're going to see some sloppy HTML, but that's okay because it's just an example. But we're going to see my name and my age rendered right here. So that's one way to pass information. You can also do, I have to stop it. We can also go ahead, we can use the view data property too. I don't like it as much, but we can say view data, let's call this test equals, this is just a test. So we can do that too. I don't like it as much. So we'll just go ahead and we'll just output that too. So now we're going to go ahead and we will see some more text has been rendered on the screen. And we'll see that this is just a test. And I don't like this as much too. I mean, this is maybe, you might feel more comfortable coming from like a PHP background where you're sort of used to like, maybe like a session array, or, something along that line where you can just pass in, the parameter that you want that's stored in an array, and that'll work. But honestly, I feel like this is just less typing to use view bag. It's the newer way of doing it, and it's sort of the preferred way for what, I mean, it's well, my preferred way at least. I don't know, it may not be yours. You can do that either way, not a problem. Both ways are dynamic though, so you can run into a problem. So like, let's say you do, viewbag dot, test, okay, and we'll just assign it some random value, and then you go here and you're like, oh, okay, I just want to output the viewbag dot test, right? But you totally butcher it and misspell it like I did. So let's go ahead and try to run this, and we're going to see basically this is one of those instances where it's not going to error out on you, but it's not going to work the way you want it to. And because it's dynamic, IntelliSense isn't going to tell you like, hey, there is no viewbag.hbhdcb. So it's not going to let you know that. And like if you were trying to use this information to perform some sort of operations in the view, which you shouldn't, because that's a bad design principle anyways. But let's say you were going to do that, it wouldn't tell you because it has no way of knowing that because it's dynamic. So it can get you into a little bit of trouble there. But that's one of the best ways to pass information from the view to the controller. There's a couple other ways, and we're going to keep covering them. But this is sort of your gentle introduction into ViewBag and passing information from the view to the controller. Or excuse me, from the controller to the view. Actually, in the next tutorial, we're going to look at passing information from the view to the controller. So thanks a lot for watching.